Dan Lawless here, West Ham Fan TV, instant match reaction. Gillingham FC 0, West Ham United 2. Another win, another clean sheet, and we're through to the next round of the FA Cup. Can't say better than that, really. We didn't exactly start, all guns blazing. It was a tough game. It was a real tough game, that Gillingham game. Gillingham played really well, I thought. And especially in the first half, they had, I thought, a lot better of the chances. We seemed to sort of come out a bit slow, just needed a bit more to get into the game. But yeah, we played a very strong lineup today. I couldn't believe how strong that lineup was. That was pretty much, our first team. It was just a different formation. He tried to play five at the back, play wing backs, and yeah, I mean it's obviously a new system, a new formation, so it might be a case of them needing to get used to things and not having really played that. So yeah, it's one of them. When you go to these teams like that, you can't just expect to go and dominate and it to be a piece of piss, because it's not going to be. Especially when you're going away to at their grounds. So it gets frustrating as a fan of the bigger club, but you just got to bide your time, and hopefully the team, they're going to wear themselves out by chasing the ball around, because we had a lot more of the possession, which is sort of, when you're watching it, it didn't seem so much like that, but we had quite a bit. At one point we had like 70 something % possession. So yeah, the big downer for me is Fredericks has got injured. He's done his hamstring and it looked like a real bad one. And I said before this game we needed to sign a right back in January, and now that's even more urgent. Just at the end of the first half, he's gone off and really, pulled his hamstring there. So Zaba's come on, and a forced change that's paid off, really, because he went and got a goal. Apparently it's his first FA Cup goal, so happy for Zaba. Really happy for him, and yeah, it was, he just had a go, and keeper's obviously something that's gone through his arm and into the back of the net, which I thought was just a massive relief for the fans, for the players. It allowed us to be a little bit more relaxed and then put the sort of sense of urgency onto Gillingham. So no, I was well happy with that. And then cap it all off for Nows. Comes on for Snodgrass, goes and gets a goal right at the end. I thought Alana had messed it up, and then Anderson, and then he just plays it to Fornals. There's another goal for Fornals. He's getting better and better, that guy, honestly. And that's the thing. That's, like a lot of us have said, it's going to take him time, and I feel like that's paying off, and he's getting used to English football, and he could be a real good player. I think as time goes on, he's already looking like a good player. But yeah, back-to-back wins for the first time since August. And honestly, if I see any more bloody comments like Bournemouth game going, oh, look at you didn't want Moyes, it's like, if we'd have lost the Bournemouth game, you wouldn't have seen me doing a video saying, see, I didn't want Moyes, that's why, In the same way, if we'd lost that and this, you need to give things time. I gave Pellegrini time. I gave him about 18 months. Pellegrini, or just less than that. It was the Newcastle game that really turned him on me, and I'm going to give Moyes time, just because I didn't think Moyes was the right choice. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to support him. I want Moyes to be the best West Ham manager we've ever had. I want him to be the best manager West Ham's ever had. I want to see him lift that trophy at the end of the season. I want him to prove me wrong. And so far, look, he's got off to a good start. That's one of them games that you'd expect us to lose. Look at the teams we've gone out to in recent years, even under Moyes when we was in the FA Cup. But I like that mindset of, we need to win this game, because if we win that Bournemouth game and go and lose against Gillingham, it kills that momentum that we want to start to build. It kills that little bit of good feeling, that positive vibe. So it was so important to win, not just because of a cup run. I'm not even dreaming of a cup run right now. I want to take each game as it comes, just one game at a time. So I'm not getting excited for that. I'll take the game as it comes, see who we get next. But just in terms of just the greater mood and the morale of the team and the club itself, it was really important to win this. And I'm glad he went full strength with it. And we're seeing, the work rate has improved for the team quite a lot. You know, you're seeing Allaire get stuck in with the defensive duties. You're seeing Lanzini and players like that, you know, really getting stuck in. And I thought defensively, we done pretty well, like especially on the set pieces, which is usually our weakness. They had quite a lot of corners, and we defended them well. Which, you know, that was every time they got corner, I got worried a bit, but we did a good job defending their corners. Which I think that was their game plan. I think they probably came in thinking, right, let's get some set pieces. They had a lot of pace. They did have some pacey players as well, but I thought Fabianski had a very good game, and it just shows how important he really is. You know, this is a game that you wouldn't really pay your first choice keeper, but I think Martin's injured, and all we've got is Roberto, so we had to play him. But yeah, he really paid off, and I think now he's back, it's just really gonna help us out in terms of climbing that table and hopefully avoiding a relegation battle. I mean, we've got Sheffield United next. That's a big one. That's a real important game because we've got some real tough games coming up. We've got Liverpool coming up soon. Everton's not going to be easy. So if we can get 3 points against Sheffield United, that's really going to push us away from that relegation battle, and then stabilise. You know, if we can get just a nice mid-table finish this season and then try and build, just give the guy the money, like I've said. But before we get to the summer, January, we have to spend like, so we need I thought we needed a right back before this because of Frederick's injury record, and then Saba, we can't rely too much on Saba. So yeah, I reckon get right back, definitely a striker, and centre midfielder, and then I'll be happy with that. So get the money out. All this, who saw this bloody Koulibaly rumour as well? West Ham are willing to sign Koulibaly. Where do they come up with these bloody rumours? Like, how can you, as a journalist, in all conscious talk about West Ham, are looking to pay £70 million for Koulibaly? It's bloody ridiculous. Next, they'll be talking about us going for Mbappe. So no, I won't be doing a transfer video on that. But I just thought I'd mention it because it was hilarious. Anyway, look out for the fan cam. Scott and Nick here there. Let me know what you guys thought of the game. And through to the FA Cup. Back-to-back wins. Back-to-back clean sheets. The Moyes is here. Come on, you Irons.